Hey, I want to just let's talk about some positive mental health today. I know a lot of times I'm on some controversial issue when it comes to Black in America, or just America in general, or these white folks in general. But let's just focus on something positive and just your mental health and the importance of really checking in on yourself. The importance of really stopping everything you're doing to see how you are doing. How are you doing mentally, physically, emotionally, and above all, spiritually? Especially that spiritual side of things is the part that a lot of us seem to overlook. A lot of people really, you'll focus on your financial wealth. You'll even focus on your health. You go to the gym every day. But do you pray? Do you talk to God? Do you even think about him? Are you even aware of his presence in your life? Are you aware of his presence inside of you? Do you feel him in you, in your mind? Do you feel him in your heart? When you're making decisions, do you feel him at the table with you? When you're eating, do you feel him there? For real, that spiritual side is the part that we have to really focus on. Because this world sets it up where, yeah, you're going to worry about your financial health. You're going to check in with that, because if you don't take care of that, you're not eating, you're not having shelter, you're not clothed. You feel me? So it's easy to get carried away and forget about the spiritual side of life, because this world keeps us busy. This world keeps us distracted. This world keeps us not caring, really, to be honest, about the spiritual side. But yet the spiritual side is the most important. The spiritual side is what runs everything. The spiritual side runs your financial side. The spiritual side runs your physical part. It runs your mental ability. It runs your feelings, your emotional health. When you're aligned spiritually, it means you're aligned more with who you are. And now you're aligned with the higher version of who you are, because you cannot get to that higher version of yourself without realizing a higher power. You're not realizing a higher power within yourself just out of nowhere. You have to now plug into a higher source that will show you your higher self. Your eye level right now is right here. Your ideal self is up here. But now, if you don't have the lens to look here, you're not going to see this. And now, how are you going to get the lens to see higher than where your eye level is right now? You have to go to the source that is also on this higher plane. You're not going to get to your biggest self without tapping into a higher power, because that higher power is who made you. So everything you have inside of you cannot be realized until you connect to who and what made you. So you have to take that time out to tap into your health, tap into your mental health, your spiritual health, positive awareness, positive just awareness of who you are, positive awareness of yourself, of where you are. Be present in this world. So it's just, we have to really check in with ourselves. A lot of times, and I've noticed this in my life personally, I get caught up. I deal with anxiety on a crazy level. It's the last 2 years, this is a new foreign struggle that I've had to deal with. So at least, hey, I've expanded my mind to learning a new topic and a new type of healing, because I've had to heal myself from it. And a lot of times when I get caught up with the distractions that throw me off my game, and all of a sudden I'm in worry mode, I'm in sad mode, I'm in depressed mode, I'm unhappy mode, and I'm trying this and trying that to try to get back to myself. I'm trying this method, I'm trying affirmations, you're trying working out, you're trying a new routine, I'm trying all these different things, and yeah, they're helping. But I noticed that what really always gets me back to the original me, myself, what gets me back to just feeling good again, is when I realize and I notice, I kind of stopped praying. I don't pray as much anymore. You see, I get distracted in the world to now it's knocked me off my prayers. So I'm not as spiritually aligned anymore. But it happens little by little. So you don't notice it slowly building up until all of a sudden you are in this place where you are disconnected from your spiritual side, from your spiritual strength, really your spiritual muscle too. And you're dealing with all these things, but you don't realize that, hey, you fell off. So you're not realizing, oh, maybe that's why I'm not feeling on. And it takes going through it to now, maybe it'll be, let's just say, a month. And then it hits me like, I haven't been as spiritual as I should be. And I notice once I do start paying attention to my spiritual strength coming back, and I start taking that seriously, I start praying again, I start realizing I need to connect every morning, connect to God, connect to Him inside of me. Let me start reading my scriptures again. Let me start just really talking to God again, not just so sidetracked with life. When I start doing these things again, all of a sudden I realize, oh my God, I'm getting back to myself. And then it hits me like, man, I was trying all these things. It really wasn't even like, it was make a little bit of progress, but not that much. It's when I started aligning with my spiritual check-in, my spiritual state, that all of a sudden, the anxiety, I feel it fading. The worry is leaving. The stress is going down. The happiness is returning. The love, I'm feeling it again. And all I did was start praying again. All I did was start reading some scriptures again. It's not even anything formal. It's not extreme. Just opening my Bible up once in a while again. Opening up my Bible maybe even every morning. Opening my Bible every night before I go to bed. Let me just read a quick scripture. So it's just more of like keeping that God in me again. Pulling Him back into my daily rhythm. Because I'll get so sidetracked with being a mom. So sidetracked with work. So sidetracked with making things happen, so sidetracked with this and that I forget to check in with myself on all levels, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Because all of a sudden too, I realize, I haven't worked out in like a month. And then it's like, you wonder why you're feeling down. Okay, well, and then I start exercising and I start feeling better again. So it's easy to let life distract us and get us away from the things we know we need to do to keep our tank full. It's easy for life to throw things at us that just totally throw us off our game. It's easy. But now that's why, like I said, the whole point of this video is just reminding you, we have to stop and check in with ourselves, even if it's once a week. See where we're at. See how the week went. See what needs to improve. See if you see what needs to improve. Why did that even happen in the first place? Why do you now need improvement? Was it that you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing during the week as far as checking in with yourself? So now that reminds you, okay, check in with yourself on a regular. This world is so easy to distract us. It's so easy to throw us off. It's so easy to confuse us. It's so easy to stress us out. Stress and health. Stress will mess up your health. That's a whole nother video I can go on as far as just the correlation with health and mental thoughts and your mental health. Your physical health and your mental health are so tied together, it's unbelievable. Every disease in this world, it really begins in your mind. It really does. If your mind is not healthy, it will manifest in your body through one way or another, via one disease or another. Or you think your ankle just twisted by itself, or your ankle muscles are weak. Something is going on in your mind that is affecting your muscles where it's at. The two cannot be separated. It is so important to stop and check in with your mental health. How are you feeling? What's going through your mind? What kind of thoughts are you always thinking? What kind of thoughts are you prone to? Which direction are your thoughts prone to take you? These are the things we need to really start every day. Check in if you can. You have to, really, not even if you can. You have to make that a habit. Every day, check in. Even if it's 5 minutes, cool. Now, at the end of the week, give yourself a little bit more time to check in. Did you do something for yourself this week that was just for yourself? Did you treat yourself this week? Because you have to have pleasure for yourself in this world. That's just facts. We can't be serious all the time. You have to enjoy life too. To know what fun is, to know what happiness is. This just loosens your spirit up. So just check in with yourself. Make sure you're good. Mental health, spiritual health, physical health. Those are the 3 healths I can think of at this point. But check in with yourself. You have to. It's so important, especially that spiritual health. Pray if you need to. Not if you need to. I wanted to say pray if you believe in that, but you should. I mean, at this point, I don't know. I shouldn't have to tell anybody to believe in God, because guess what? If you don't believe in God, it doesn't stop Him from existing. It's not going to stop Him from doing whatever it is that He is going to do when that time does come. and he's checking for the people that were checking for him. And if you're not one of those people that were checking for him, it's not going to stop you not believing in him. It's not going to stop him from doing what he's going to do to you for not checking in with him. God is our foundation in this life. God is how we breathe in this world. You have to have that muscle strengthened. Your God muscle in you is the most important muscle. It's more important than your heart, your lungs, your limbs, your organs, your eyes, your brain. That God muscle in you rules everything. Because when you find that God muscle and you tap into it, he will then teach you how to use every other muscle in your body. So tapping into God is the first step. Now, when you tap into him, he will teach you and show you how to tap into everything else pertaining to you. So he will teach you how to tap into your financial muscle. He will teach you how to tap into that business side of your brain if that's what your desire is. He will teach you how to tap into the heart side of your brain, the heart side of your muscle, your love. How do you bring love out of you? How do you express love? How do you feel love? How do you show love? He will teach you everything. He will teach you how to maintain your health. He will be your dietitian. God is everything in this world. And you cannot move without him. You might think you're moving because you're doing things, but he sees you. And you think you're moving, but you don't realize how still you really are, because you would be moving 10 times more if you had him in your life. And when that time does come, like I said, that he does show himself, you don't want to be caught up realizing, you actually haven't been moving, because everything you've been doing at the end of the day is not going to matter if you don't know God. Anything you're doing in this world is not going to matter without God. Like, for real. If you're a mom, he will teach you how to be a mom. If you're a father, he will teach you that father muscle. So that's why I say your spiritual health is number one. Tap into that. Check into that. Just check in on all levels. Check in on everything. Do check in with your physical health. Check in. Did you work out today? Are you being healthy? Are you being in shape? Are you keeping fit? Are you eating the right thing so you can feel good and feel healthy? So you have energy for your kids. So you have energy for yourself. Are you checking in with your mental health and seeing the kind of thoughts that are going through your head? So you know, okay, am I producing happiness in my life? Am I producing positivity in my life? The life and the thoughts I'm producing, is that going to allow the universe to then bring goodness into my life? Because if I'm sitting here thinking nothing but negative thoughts, there's no room for the universe to do anything good in my life, because the universe sees no space to work with. The universe just sees, okay, her thoughts are clouded. I can't work in there. I need her to clear all that garbage out so I can now come and bring all the positiveness that I have ready for her. So even that, you have to check in with yourself. What kind of thoughts are you thinking? Where's your head at in life? What are you going through? And how are you dealing and responding to the things you're going through? Mental health check-in. Every day, check in with yourself, but give yourself time at the end of the week to do a real check-in on yourself and see how you're doing. And if you are not where you want to be, make a plan for the next week. Because this is not going to happen overnight. It's just taking it step by step. But you have to begin to take those steps. You have to begin to take it seriously and have it be important in your life. Spiritual health, you have to know God. I can't stress that enough. And through God, everything else will flow in your life. Onaedo, sending love, sending peace. All right, let's all get it in this world.